Welcome back to the Vendor Table, presented by Aftershoot, the AI culling, editing, and retouching program designed to give you your time back so you could focus on the important things. What's up, Lauren?
Hi.
We're back virtual. And
we're virtual again. We said we wouldn't, but we did, and here we are.
Again, here we are again. This is a special, very special episode because we have tried to make this work, I don't know, for a year, about like something something like that. But we are here with these two lovely ladies. This is Georgie and Beth from the Unfiltered Bride podcast, one of the top UK worldwide. They went on tour, like the whole thing, like everything. Like, oh my God, this podcast is amazing. They had a tour, but these two are amazing. So I'll intro based on what their description on their website says. So whether you're deep in planning or just love a bit of bridal drama, this podcast is your no filter, no fluff guide through the chaos, magic, and madness of weddings. It sounds a lot like what we talk about.
It
so
does,
perfect. From overbearing in-laws to budget dilemmas, styling tips, and supplier secrets, they cover it all. Georgie and Beth, welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you both on.
Thanks for having us.
You've got the Brits on.
The Brits are here.
We're about to bring you some British banter.
Very excited about that.
I fucking love this so much right out of the gate.
I'm so excited.
We did a quick test, and they like a lot of banter back and forth already. So now that we're in the episode, this is great. So
we
you two
our
are
people.
Yes, we found our people. You two are planners, okay? UK-based wedding planners, okay? We work, us being photographers, you being planners, it's like the perfect kind of, I guess it's a perfect relationship because planners and photographers work so close together on a wedding day and everything like that. But like there's also differences in your market versus our market, all right?
Like
being US-based
wildly different. Like we don't even know what you guys do. We have no idea. We need to like teach the world, but also teach each other because we have no idea.
It's so funny because like if you listen to our podcast, you're probably like, what the why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Whatever, like what time are your ceremonies? That to me, I'm like, why are you doing so late?
Yeah, they vary. They vary. Do you guys do first looks? Do you do first looks?
No.
What?
No.
Oh, we're kicking it off right now.
I move straight in.
Into it. Let's go right
How do we even start? Where do we start at?
Well, okay, so let's
start at the very tippy top of the day.
Yeah, like your day.
Tippy top.
So I did a wedding in Ireland last year. So I came over, I flew across, everything like that, and it was funny because the director they had a hotel director, and so essentially that was the coordinator. It was essentially the venue coordinator, I guess, would be the equivalent over here. So she kind of ran the show, and I had a meeting with them prior, like a few days prior, and they're like, how are you planning to do photography and your schedule and everything like that? So I laid out my schedule, and she looked at me like I had 10 fucking heads because it's
you
so different. She's just like, what are you doing? A first what? What it was a first look and like this and that. So it's so different. So can you tell us like a little bit of the day?
Should we give you our typical
breakdown
day?
Of a day? Yeah,
of
a
your
UK
typical wedding day.
Yeah.
Fine. So I would say our typical wedding day, 1 o'clock ceremony. Nothing really happens before the ceremony. So guests will start to gather maybe an hour before. They'll go straight in. Groom is there, meets everyone, sits straight down. Bride comes down. This is a stereotypical wedding. Bride comes down, 1 o'clock ceremony, half an hour ceremony done by two old ladies who work for the council.
All men.
This is normally the ladies though, and it's two nice old ladies that kind of do it the same way, the same thing all over again.
Have a nice cup of tea.
Nice cup of tea. They are quite strict. They do a ceremony that's nice, but just, ceremony. We leave confetti, drinks reception. So the drinks reception is where literally drinks and canapes. There's some music playing. You do your group photos, like your formal photos in that bit. So if that's 1:30, maybe 3:30, 3 o'clock, everybody goes to sit down in the wedding breakfast. Do you guys call it a wedding breakfast?
No.
Right, okay.
Is that like a cocktail? Is that cocktail hour? I guess
No.
That's the main meal.
Wedding breakfast is the sit-down
food.
meal. So the food part. It's called a wedding breakfast because it is the first meal that you've had as a married couple, and therefore it is your breakfast. You break the fast of... Anyway. So sit down. We do speeches there. So everyone will be sat on all the round tables, long top table. They do speeches. We have, who?
Father of the bride, groom, best man.
Then everyone eats. Then at the end of the food, so maybe 2 hours later, so we're probably on about 6 o'clock, they cut the cake. Everybody then goes back to a different area, maybe where the drink reception was. And that's our cocktail hour, where there might be some cocktails. It's a little bit more sexy, like it's chilled. Evening guests start arriving. So you've probably had 60, 70 people in the daytime. You might have another 30 odd people come in the evening. Then about an hour later, you go back into that room where the wedding breakfast was. The tables and chairs have all gone. You've got a band set up. They come in, they do their first dance at probably like 8 o'clock. And then you dance and get absolutely wasted until probably midnight, 1 a.m.
I really fucking like that, Lauren. Like,
What do you do?
Yeah, tell us yours.
I'm so confused. Like, isn't that normal?
So much better than our day. No, not at all. That is not our day.
I also feel like you guys do so much more beforehand, like the bachelorettes, the rehearsal dinners.
We don't do rehearsals here.
You don't
we
do
have
rehearsals.
no
I
rehearsals.
don't really do rehearsal dinners. It's very rare.
We don't photograph them, but they
have
everyone
them.
has
they
them
do
here.
them.
They have them
So
here.
tell us your wedding. Give us a rundown of your day.
Ooh. Oh God.
They can go multiple ways.
There's first look or traditional ceremony. So like,
what's more common?
Probably a first look.
I think around here it's first look.
Unless they have like a church wedding. If they do a church wedding, then there's no first look ever.
Yeah. You want to? All right, Lauren. Why don't you do a church one?
Okay.
I break down a church, and I'll break down a first look one for them.
So usually about 2 hours prior to the ceremony, we show up and start. And there's like the hair and makeup and like the prep photos. So we get photos of like the bride getting into her dress or whoever it is.
They're getting ready all morning.
They're getting ready all
break
morning.
It down from the perspective of a bride, though. Like,
a bride?
Like more than
oh my God.
like yeah.
Okay.
Break it down from like a whole wedding, not just photo perspective.
Let's say we have a traditional heterosexual couple, bride and groom. Then from the morning with the bride, she is starting like at the ass crack of dawn, getting her hair and makeup done with all her girls. We're talking like probably
how many girls?
Yeah, you've got too many girls.
It's way too fucking many.
Way
too many.
It could be anywhere from one maid of honor to like 11.
Yeah, we had. I had one. I did a reel. 17 bridesmaids.
Yes,
Jesus
I literally
Christ.
hate.
Yeah.
So English people don't really like people. So we don't really have many friends. We have like, I reckon a typical one is maybe 4.
4 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds so great.
That's so good.
You couldn't
so
pay
great.
17 people to come to someone's wedding and be a bridesmaid.
I don't know 17 people.
I don't.
No.
Yeah, same.
I don't
same.
like 17 people.
Same.
I definitely don't like 17 people.
Yeah.
I barely like the ones I have.
So picture all of that with like hairstylists, makeup artist team getting ready. All those girls start
At
very
like 4
early
in the morning.
Yeah, like usually hair and makeup, I think on average takes around 4 hours to complete.
What time is your typical ceremony then?
Stop
It's
jumping
all
in.
over the
Sorry.
place.
Yeah, it depends on the
matters.
time of year. It like like as we get later in the year, it gets earlier, like and stuff like that because of daylight. So, like Lauren, continue to break it down.
Let's say, for example, it's a 1 o'clock, like yours. Let's say it's a 1 o'clock ceremony in a church. Then we would usually start photographing 2 hours prior. That's when they're done with their hair and
11.
makeup.
Yeah.
Say like 11. They do all of the getting ready pictures and all of that stuff, and then they depart, head to church. They do their 1 o'clock ceremony, which can be either a ceremony, just
Or a
about
full
30
mass.
minutes, or a full mass, which is sometimes over an hour.
Yeah.
Tradition. We're talking like a lot of our couples around here are Catholic or Christian, so it's
Fine.
It's like traditional church ceremonies.
Yeah, if
So-
they're religious.
What percentage of American weddings are church weddings then?
Like 50-50.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
it? So
50-50 nowadays.
Ours
yeah.
is
Is
definitely
it?
less. Is it?
Is
Ours is like,
it?
I would say 20%,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if that.
Mm-hmm. And then what? So like that's the ceremony goes for about an hour, and then continue, Lauren.
Then they do their like exit photos. They'll do some like photos of them leaving the church, and then they head either to another location to do portraits with family wedding party and their like romantic portraits with each other, or they go straight to the wedding venue and they'll do them there. So that's usually another like 2 hours.
Mhm.
What are the guests
just photos.
doing if couples have gone for their romantic stuff? Do they go to the venue?
Nope.
No, usually what they do is the parents will host something. So they'll host
Okay.
like you go to a bar or a restaurant that's like a kind of a pre-cocktail hour.
Possibly. Sometimes they're just like, all right, fend for yourself. Figure out what
Yes,
to do.
like a lot of the time they're
Oh
just
my
like,
god,
yeah.
we do not do that here. Like every
Absolutely
minute
not.
is organized here.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
because that's how it should be.
Wow.
And then it goes into
Then there's a cocktail hour, which is 1 hour, which is in a like huge spread of food. like-
it's better
Like
than the
buffet.
buffet, but like
Past hors d'oeuvres.
past hors d'oeuvres,
past
more food than
drinks.
you would ever imagine.
It's
like-
Fine.
ridiculous.
I
What's
like
this called?
this. Cocktail hour.
That's our
Cocktail
cocktail
hour.
hour.
Yeah, this is like if you came to a Long Island, New York cocktail hour, you would be like, "What the fuck am I doing? Like, is this
It's
dinner?
definitely not a sit down dinner.
It's not a
What
sit-down,
time
no.
of day is this?
Again, it could be,
It's usually right around sunset time. I
but
feel
it
like.
depends. If they
It
have
does.
a morning wedding, sometimes it's at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So our weddings vary in terms of time. There's no like set things,
No.
but it's usually I'd say it's usually they try to base cocktail here around sunset time, and
Okay.
then you go into your reception afterwards.
Is this like full of American food? I'm
Oh,
picturing
yes.
What are you kind
mac and cheese,
burgers?
Yeah. Yeah.
fries.
Yeah.
You could pick stations. So most venues allow you to pick like they'll have a mac and cheese station, a mashed potato bar.
Oh.
They have sushi trays, like like they'll do hand rolled sushi in front of you. Like
Some
they do.
places
That's
do,
very
like,
cool.
A
Yeah.
pierogi station.
Like-
Some
A what?
A what?
pierogies?
They're
What's
Polish,
that?
right?
Like
Oh,
a Polish. It's like
Yeah,
a Polish
Oh.
stuffed
We
pasta.
need, you've got your little sound effects things. Have you got one that's like what? Like for when
What?
when we don't understand what you're saying, when you don't understand what
I
we're
wish
saying.
I had one.
Aw.
Like, but
And then it goes into like a 4-hour reception.
Yeah.
So after cocktail hour ends, the couple gets introduced formally into the reception space, and then they do their first dance. After the first dance, they dance for maybe like 10 minutes, like a dance set, and then everybody sits down for dinner orders, and then usually
That's so
speeches,
weird.
yeah,
Then speeches, yeah.
yeah.
Why do
speeches
you
are
do a dance and then sit everyone down? Like our first dance is the couple will do their dance, and then the second song is the most
The
important song of
vibe.
the whole night because that brings everyone on to dance, and then it just is you don't leave the dance floor. Then that's
It's
kind
so
of like
fun.
party.
Here is like it's like a performance in terms of like how a reception unfolds because of how entertainment runs the show during the reception. Also, the catering, like the halls and stuff, like the venues, they run the show. So how they run food matters. So
Okay.
like it's like here the catering halls kind of operate like a traditional restaurant where there's waiters that will come around, take an order, and stuff like that. You pick, yeah, like it's
What?
Take an
very-
order.
Yes, like it's not like you get a choice. Like it's like 3 things, like chicken,
Beef
steak,
or
or
fish.
Oh,
fish.
no,
Or
here
vegetarian
we
option.
We're
literally
organised.
we've either you don't tell people what they're having and they just let you know if they have a dietary requirement and then they get what they're given on the day, or for probably maybe 30% of weddings they'll give people a choice on the invitation and they have to RSVP with their choice and then they get
Yeah.
served that on the day. There is absolutely no way we could take orders from people and cook
There-
what they've asked for.
I
That
wish
that
I
happens
wish
here
it
too.
does happen
It's
sometimes,
yeah,
not as often, but like imagine the catering staff getting these fucking outlandish requests from Americans,
Yeah.
as you know, where it's like, oh, I'm allergic
I
to
don't like
fucking
this
everything. Can
gluten.
you just give me
Yeah.
a piece of fucking lettuce? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah.
I would
So-
like no fat, everything, and then a Coke.
Yeah.
What?
That 100%. That's how it is here, though. But like,
Like,
then,
do you have any chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
which by the way, we get. I as a vendor, we usually order like the chicken fingers and French
I
fries.
don't.
As a vendor, I do
I get
because
the
I'm a
filet mignon,
child.
bitch.
I'm
At
a
least you get
child half the
fed.
time.
Yeah,
Like some of the
yeah.
times
Get
venues
fed.
don't even feed us. They're literally like, oh, sorry, there's nothing left. And we're like,
The one thing
Thank
about
you.
the venues around here is they usually treat vendors pretty well.
We're
in terms-
talking specifically Long Island, New York here.
our area
Okay,
here.
yeah.
So like New York is kind of because you go upstate New York and you're treated like trash. So it
Remember, our country is fucking enormous.
Yeah. So
This is
So-
what I forget. Like
Yeah.
I can't even. I do weddings all over the UK, like literally
Yeah.
every corner of the UK, and I forget for you guys that would literally, if you did all over America, I'm guessing you'd never be home.
Liverpool, like, so essentially, like, Liverpool would be essentially like Minnesota to us, and like Wales would be like New Mexico in like geographic like
Fine.
area and stuff like that. So
We're nodding
So-
like we know.
Yeah.
We're,
we're just like
okay.
all over the place.
Even
so
the
like
way that we do it here is vastly different from the way that Texas does it.
yeah, Texas is just like backyard barbecue, like, you know, like guests could wear jeans and shit like that. And
Oh my
and
God,
it's
absolutely
it's so it's so different. But like a reception here also continues where, you know, like they'll do like the intro, the first dance, sit down for dinner orders, and then they continue into like you get your dinner orders, speeches and toasts. So like the usually father and then best man maid of honor. Then you go into a dance set for about 45 minutes. So everybody
so the bride
dances.
and groom don't speak.
They don't speak. Like unless they want
Unless
to.
they want
like,
to, but
yeah,
it's
like
rare. It's
it's
rare.
like 1 in 10
Yeah.
will speak.
Is it?
is
yeah.
it? You got to stop saying is it?
I just can't.
Is it?
I know.
I should record it and then loop
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
and
and then
press
you
on
can
the
press
Take a
it.
shot.
Is it? But and then we go 45-minute dance set, right? And then
So no one's eaten at this point. You've
no one's
ordered
eating.
your food.
Yeah, but they've stuffed their faces
Faces.
at cocktail hour.
Yeah. So they're
Okay.
burning
How
it
long
off
does it
with
take to
dancing.
order food though?
So it only takes about 5 minutes for them to get orders. From
Because there's
like
so many staff members. There's like
Yeah.
Okay.
two.
they
This
have
is
like a
wild.
staff member per table, essentially.
It's giving buffet but order. Like,
Yes.
a great.
It
like,
kind of
yeah.
is.
You know, like an all you can eat, but there's just waiters
Yes.
and waitresses roaming around.
Yes, they'll
Take
bring
your
out your
order.
food and all that stuff. After that 45-minute dance set, then dinner happens. So the dinner's nice because as vendors, we get to take our break.
Yes.
So like usually it's a half hour. The couple sits down, everyone eats, will eat, or if you know,
Maybe.
like most maybe. Then what will happen is the next round will start up, and that's usually parent dances are after dinner. So they'll do parent dances and a cake cut. Cake cuts are kind of getting phased out here.
Sometimes they do
Yeah,
it, sometimes
same.
they don't.
Yeah.
But and then
You seem
after
very up down, up down.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
feel like
up-
I'm
It is very up, down, up,
emotionally.
down.
You're back down to order, then you're back up to dance, then you're back down for dinner, then you're back up.
And who's telling?
Yeah,
Does
but-
everyone just know this? Like, who knows to do this?
The MC usually. So
Fine,
like the-
okay.
The master of ceremony and the maitre d'. The maitre d' is like the head of the kitchen staff, or like the head
Maitre
of
d'.
house, essentially.
She sounds scary.
yeah.
Very like usually like we have good relationships with most of them around here.
But
They're
they can be very scary.
But like
sometimes.
we've had ones that are kind of fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And
What's
They
the
don't
average guest number?
Numbers,
What
Average
we talking?
150 to 200 people on average.
Oh,
Average.
makes me ill.
Yeah,
That's-
sometimes they
and
get up
to
to like 350.
order, that's like we even with evening guests, you would not have over 200 people.
Well, sometimes
Do
the
you have-
couple doesn't even know the people at their wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we don't do that here.
yeah.
In
I
fact,
have,
it all kicks off here because parents will say, "Well, I want my old neighbors to come," and then the couple are like, "I don't know, absolutely not." And
Yeah.
there's no.
I wish there was
It's-
more of that here.
So we're super excited to announce a partnership with Aftershoot. Aftershoot AI is designed to speed up and simplify every step of the process from importing, culling, editing, and exporting. Aftershoot truly changed the game for us as wedding photographers.
I love Aftershoot.
Isn't it so great?
Yeah, calling is super easy. Editing is super easy. You train your own profile based on the way that you edit.
It's so good.
You know what my favorite part is?
What is it?
Unlimited edits.
Isn't that great? Like, you know, it's just you pay one price per month or per year. You're locked in. Amazing. Edit as much as you want on the go. Like you could be on an airplane and
That's-
it works.
Okay, I changed my mind. That's the best part.
Like love that. Like you be on the go. You don't need internet to work the program. It is so simple, so easy to use, and it's incredible. And I think you guys should try it out.
You can cull thousands of photos in minutes with AI that helps identify the best selections. Build an editing profile based on the way that you edit, or you can even select one from top industry pros. Export right into Lightroom, Capture One, or Bridge for fast and accurate results.
So with an Aftershoot subscription, you get an all-in-one AI assistant that can cull, edit, crop, straighten, export, and now you could also retouch using it as well. No paying an extra, It's all included.
You can try it for free for 30 days using the link in the show notes and use code TVT15 for 15% off a subscription purchase. Wedding vendors. Do you need a contract? The Legal Paige is a legal education platform for small businesses and a contract template shop. They help you get legally legit in minutes.
So we're super excited to partner with them. Lauren, I know you've been using them for a long time, and I started using them last year. Damn.
Listen, on top of being one of my favorite people in the universe, Paige has created such an amazing resource for wedding vendors.
They are the resource for wedding pros looking for full-length contracts, short forms, a la carte clauses. So whether you're a photographer, videographer, planner, florist, DJ, you name it, the Legal Paige is a contract that will make your business legally legit.
All contracts have been reviewed and critiqued by industry-leading professionals and come with free future updates made by the Legal Paige's legal team.
So Paige also is a retired wedding and family photographer, but she is an attorney, so she has a very unique perspective and expertise when it comes to photography contracts.
She offers free education through their blog posts, podcast episodes, and YouTube channel.
You know what's super cool about this, Lauren?
What?
We got a code.
I love codes.
Right? So you could use code TVT10, and you know what that gets you?
10% off.
Anything in the shop. So you want to get your business legally legit? Check out the Legal Paige. I got married 11 years ago, and that's how my wedding was.
A friend of ours. Oh, sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, it's like the. But I had 2 tables of people that were my parents' friends and my mother-in-law's friends, and no joke, I've had people come up to me and like, "Oh yeah, I met you at your wedding." I was just, I don't fucking remember where I was at my wedding. Like,
can I ask a question then? Who's paying for this wedding?
Most of the so I paid for my own wedding. So that was out of my out of pocket stuff like that. Our parents did give us a little bit of money, each set, but it didn't cover anything. This was also 11 years ago. Weddings were a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Weddings were a lot cheaper back then. It was like $150 a plate, which that was expensive. Now average is $300 per plate. I'd say on average around this area.
So how many people? We need to go. Wait, we'll stay on timing. So I feel like cost is a whole other.
Yeah, well,
the average wedding on Long Island
in this area
is between $67,000 and $100,000.
Let me just English check that. So
I think that's 60. It's more.
So what? $70,000?
Yeah, I think that's like
$51,000. Is that is that a
wow
normal wedding? As in, is that a?
That's the average.
That is a
the
normal
average everyday middle class wedding.
That is a middle class wedding.
That's about £50,000. Whereas for us to have a nice normal wedding here is probably 30.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting ripped off. You need to come over here.
100% ripped off. Yes. 100%
and we'll
ripped
do
off.
it for less. We'll do it on our timings, though.
Well, that's
what's happening right now.
You're noticing a lot of Americans are eloping or having destination weddings.
Yeah,
a lot more because it's cheaper.
But then I hope they listen to this episode, because the amount of couples, I've done quite a few American couples recently, and the very first thing we sit down and do is I'm like, do you want British wedding or do you want American wedding in Britain? Because they're very different things. Because I remember having a discussion with somebody and we were talking about the first dance, and they were then saying, oh yeah, because then we can do the food after it. And I was like, no, we don't. The room where you dance and the food room are either not the same room or they get turned around. In our cocktail hours, when everybody finishes food, comes out, they turn that room around and then you're back in there. So there isn't anywhere to sit. There might be a few tables and chairs around the edge, but it's not a sit down formal thing.
The venues there probably are a lot smaller than the ones we have here.
Definitely.
So all Americans want a fucking British castle.
Yes,
that's what they come out. I want to fucking. We don't even get married in castles.
They're so shit.
No one gets married in castles here.
Here being on Long Island, so Long Island is considered the Gold Coast. So we have a lot of 1920 era Gatsby mansions. Like the Great Gatsby was based where we are, where we live.
See, that's
so
cool.
If you ever seen Taylor Swift's music video Blank Space with the castle, that's Ohika Castle. That is 30 minutes from our house. That is so that's how wedding venues.
Meanwhile, they have literal buildings.
We have
are
literal
older than
castles.
Our country by a lot.
Your T-Mobiles are fucking from the 1500s. The storefronts are literally from the 1500s. So
my daughter started school recently, and the school began before America began.
Yeah. It's
And
crazy.
I'm like that. I'm shook. I forget that you guys don't like. We're so surrounded by history that we just kind
We're
of
so young.
meh.
We're-
Yeah, you're just babies.
It's a
We're
young
like,
country.
We're
So-
so young, and we act like we have fucking the biggest britches in the universe.
No, we're assholes. So this,
We're still a toddler.
I think we were also assholes, so I think we just
Yeah.
call it a day at that point.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
I would
No,
say
but-
migrated
castle
to be the
smell.
bigger asshole.
Yeah.
Castle smell.
All the Americans, the castles are not what they think they are.
No, but they're
They're
just different for
stunning,
you guys, aren't they? I
but
guess if you
they
want
s-
destination,
Yeah.
that's
they smell
Yeah.
old. They have so many rules. You can't do anything because they're all listed.
yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
But the
here too.
photos,
Yeah,
are
the
stunning.
photo, like the photos are like usually I think couples want to get like take photos in front of pretty places more than
Yeah.
anything else. They want the landscape. They want to look cool for Instagram and stuff like that. So
100%.
I think that's anything that's different. Like we talked about this on a past episode, but like for American photographers to come over to the UK and then photograph in the UK is just like a dream come true because what we photograph, we live on the beach. So
Yeah.
like for the UK, like you want to come to our sandy beaches and it's beautiful and all this stuff. We're so fucking tired of it. Like
Yeah.
we're just like, we're like,
Oh,
yeah,
is
if
it
you
too
get-
hot and sunny there?
yeah,
Poor you.
oh, poor
Ah.
you. It's
I would
absolutely
love a
fucking
great day
pouring
in
down
London.
today.
Yeah.
it's dramatic. You get the moody drama like that. But
I
no,
feel like we need to bring Americans over here because they'll be really excited to be like, oh, I just can't wait to shoot your wedding. And we're like, oh, it's raining again.
Yeah.
This country sucks.
When I was in Ireland, it was like a week of beauty. Like it was crazy. It was July and it was like sunny. And I was just like, I really just want a gray sky in Ireland right now. Am I like a bitter American? Like that's all I want. And
I've been
I did
sold
get
the
it on
dream.
wedding day. It, like I just all I want. I want a moody gray sky in Ireland. Is that too much to ask?
I
We
know.
spent
They,
almost 25 minutes on just the timeline of a day.
Just the timeline. It was crazy. But the last part of like circling back, the last part of our reception is actually just pure dancing. So the couple just parties and dances the night away kind of thing, and they just go hard. And what's crazy is we didn't even talk about the first
the first look part.
First
Oh,
look part.
yeah.
So
What is
like
that?
so if a couple is getting married on site, like on site at a venue, so like they're doing everything on the venue,
No
or like
church.
they're getting ready at a hotel that's off site, like somewhere, like you
And
know,
then
because a lot
the
of
rest
these,
of it is at a venue.
yes, the rest of it's at a venue because like some venues don't have the ability of a bridal suite
Yeah.
here. Like they're country clubs and stuff like that. They're like, you know, whatever. But so if you're doing everything that includes ceremony, cocktail hour, and reception on site, what we do is called a first look because the couple around here wants to go to cocktail hour. They want to enjoy their guests. They want to like mingle and stuff like that. Cocktail hour in different areas are translated differently because in certain places they do all their photos during cocktail hour. Here, we like to do them before cocktail hour so the couple can go enjoy. So what we
so
do
is that all
usually
the family as well?
that's family, that's wedding party, and that's the couple. Usually do photos prior. So I'd say 2.5 hours prior to their ceremony, we would do a first look, which takes all of 5 minutes. They see each other privately for the first time. The only ones that are present that are not the couple are the photo and video team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we photograph that. It's great. They have their moment. And then usually we go into photos of like either the couple themselves or the wedding party. And then like kind of spend about an hour doing that. And then the final, I'd say half hour or so, depending on the size of the family, is photographing family photos. And then prior to their ceremony, they have guest arrival time slotted. So that will be like a half hour prior to the actual ceremony time. So as a photographer, you want to be done prior to guest arrival. So that way
Yeah.
the couple can go away and like, you know, like be
And
privately hid.
people be showing up so fucking early.
Yeah, like they'll show up, like you'll have guests show up like an hour and a half early. Or like
Imagine
for a
what it's like in
wedding.
England where we're so polite that we literally are there the day before. Like,
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm ready.
like,
Just tell me where you
"Excuse
need to be.
Yeah.
So we do
It's like
a few
Aunt
first
Teresa's
looks
here.
here. Yeah, like those. We probably do, I reckon, 5% of weddings here will have a first look. And it's the same sort of thing where they see each other first. I did one the other day, actually, and it's very sweet, but it's not very often that you then do the family photos. So I think couples here might want to see each other first, do some couples photos, but then go back and then almost walk down. I think the older generation here would be offended that they've seen each other before everybody else has seen them see each other. They want the reaction of the groom to feel like the reaction of the groom, not, I don't know.
Oh, so it's about
they
what
get so
they
put
want.
out.
It's bad luck.
Oh, the
It's
whole
really bad
thing.
luck.
Is it bad? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
bad
like,
luck here.
it's
We have a
really bad
lot
luck.
of, we are heavy on tradition here. And it's
Mm.
like, so I got married a couple of years ago. Legally here, you have to have the registrars. So we did it 2 weeks before our wedding. And then our wedding day was like, we had a celebrant who just stood up and said whatever. So we had to do a first look at that legal one.
Okay.
Because it was winter and it was dark and things like that. And actually, it was a really sweet moment to just do it for us. But that, like, we could never have done it on the actual wedding day. People want the reaction on the aisle, I think. They want the tears.
Yeah, it's so mixed here because I think a lot of couples know that. I think a lot of couples dream of that. Like they want that first look down the aisle.
Yeah.
But at the same point, like that's like a childhood dream, right? But
Yeah.
at the same point, they know logistically here it doesn't make sense in certain cases. So, you know, and we kind of explain that to them.
That's a whole other conversation on how to like structure a wedding day when everything is done at the venue and they don't want to see each other beforehand. Like,
yeah.
And that's fine. We know how to do it. It's just most people just they opt not to do it. They're like, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, a lot of couples
traditions here are just going right out the window.
Yeah, traditions are dying here. There's really very little traditions left in America where people are like really following like an old tradition.
Also definitely going out. Like we're definitely I think in the last 3 years there's been more change to weddings than in the last 30 years. Like
same.
For sure.
They're just going,
right?
nah, fuck all this. Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. But then keeping some traditions, it's so weird what bits people are like, and I still want to do that one. And I'm like, all right, but you don't want, I mean, the surname is a hot topic on our podcast of like taking surnames and dads escorting brides down the aisle and giving away. Like there's a whole, I think people are just deciding to get married and then going, oh shit, we need to pick which ones we like and which ones we don't.
Yeah.
And have to try and explain to Nan why we're not why we're seeing each other before the ceremony. Can I ask you a question on first looks? So the couple have seen each other, very cute, sweet moment, done whatever, and then you'll then have the family. How do their family see the bride? Is it like a moment, or is it just they walk around the corner and they're like, oh, you look nice?
So a lot of families do. Yeah, like the moms help the bride get ready. So like they have already seen the bride and everything like that. The maid of honor too is usually a family member, like most of the time, kind of thing. The dad gets his own first look. So which is, I think, the sweetest thing. I think that's a tradition that's really picked up over the last
We do that here.
Years.
We love a dad reveal.
It's become like almost every single time. If there is a father figure, they'll do a first look with their dad, or if there isn't a dad, sometimes the brothers, which is really sweet too.
Cute.
Yeah,
I like the brother one.
The other part is now, I don't know if you have this here. They want to do a first look with bridesmaids. So
we do that as normal. Yeah.
There's just first looks on first looks on first looks.
Yeah. We kind of just make it like a thing where it's like, all right, first look with dad. We're going to set up the dad here. She goes to the dad. Then we're going to set the bridesmaids down here.
Back you go.
Like you're going to go here. And then, okay, first look with the husband is down here. So you kind of do it in order, like right after she's done getting ready kind of thing. So
see, ours are difficult if you do a first look here, because typically the first look is obviously before the bridesmaids are all dressed and ready because they're not being in the photos. So then you've got this awkward moment of the bride is ready. Bridesmaids are still in their pajamas. We're like, right, don't look at her. She's going to see the groom, and then we'll come back and do. So logistically, we're not prepared for first looks here because we're not doing the family photos. Although I totally agree. Like I think it's a good thing to do because our drinks reception is probably an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Half an hour of that they're doing couples photos, and half an hour of it they're doing family photos, depending on how ridiculous they've been with that list. Sometimes if they've got travel, they literally have no drinks reception. And they're straight in, straight there, straight into food, speeches, back out, first dance, and then they haven't seen anybody.
So interesting. That's so interesting. And I don't think one way is better than the other either. I just think it's like, just the way things happen, which is really cool. It's actually really
Josh was
awesome.
saying the same thing in Australia. Like the ceremony is always like at the same time, so they know exactly how late it's going to go to, the way exactly it's going to work every single time. And he's like, I don't understand why you guys just fucking don't do that. And I'm like,
our ceremonies are either 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Yeah, you might get a 12 o'clock one, and if you get a 12 o'clock one, we're all like, oh god, it's so early, and everyone will kick off. But
so like they have a reception the same time kind of thing, and you just
every wedding fits into a generic-ish timings. How they then do those bits within it is nice and interesting, and sometimes they'll do different kind of food, or they'll make the cocktail hour a bit longer because they're doing signature drinks and stuff like that. But 90% of weddings is a 1 o'clock ceremony, 3 o'clock sit down, 8 o'clock first dance, midnight finish.
God, I would die for that consistency.
Oh my god! Like the planners and photographers around here are probably like, "What the fuck, man?"
Damn it.
Like,
but then we've got to try and work with, like, if you're doing a winter wedding and the timings haven't changed, you're like, okay, well, you've got light for about 5 minutes, so. And it's England, so it's just shit weather I guess we're used to it because we just know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing. It's like here though, like I spend, no joke, 4 months out, like photographers will have their own timeline. So this is kind of a good bridge into like planners and photographers working together and stuff like that. But like planners will have their own timeline, and like the planners around here handle logistics. So that's everything. That's like florist load-in times, hair and makeup arrival. They work with the hair and makeup artists to see when they're going to arrive. Like food, all that stuff like is handled by a planner. But here the photographer handles what we call the photo timeline. The building out of when photo starts, what they do, and all that stuff. And that could change based around the day. So like, first look and all that stuff. We start that like usually 4 to 6 months out. Photographers start building a photo timeline. Wow. And each photographer operates differently.
Oh, dude, I do it like at the initial consult, like after we even talk. Like I'm just like
building
a timeline in my head.
Our
You're not in charge.
Our photographers
not in charge.
Speak to the couple a month before the wedding. They'll speak to them at the start to do the booking, and they're there to help them throughout it, but they don't speak to them. A month before, they'll go, right, guys, have you got any inspo photos? Send me a shot list of the family. I recommend 10 photos, like of different groups of people. See you on the day. There is no, really? And then they'll speak to the coordinator planner and just be like, we know that they've got the drinks reception. And so on a day, I'll go to the photographer, what time do you want to do photos? And they're like, oh, we'll give them half an hour to have a drink and then I'll grab them. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, or they'll be like, depends what the lighting's like, blah, blah. Yeah. But then we'll go, you're not having them for longer than 10 minutes because we've got food.
Yeah.
So you better bring them back.
But it's like, it's just known because our timings are so kind of set. Yeah. You've got an hour and a half, do whatever you want in that hour and a half, but you're not having our time.
Yeah, like, don't ruin our
no, at 3:30 when they're sitting down for dinner, they are coming in.
That's usually kind of how it works here. Because like our timeline is kind of like the only thing we kind of dictate is also hair and makeup, like finishing time. Like we tell hair and makeup should be done at this time because that's when we're starting. So like that's hair and makeup then determines their start time based on photo start time. And then we'll do all the photo prep to like that, the 2 hours that I mentioned, like if it's a first look or like post ceremony stuff, photographer handles all that. Like we're not listening to a planner say like, you're doing family portraits, then you're doing bride and groom, and like we would tell you to fuck off.
We work.
Like,
I guess
hold on.
Planners don't really care when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Because we do work very closely with the planners.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like we make this timeline and say, go fuck yourself. We're not doing whatever you
want.
That's
why I heard Mike say.
That's exactly
we heard
what
it, Mike.
Said.
Yeah.
And he gave a bit of attitude.
He did.
Well.
No.
He snapped his fingers.
And his glasses and his hat.
I've heard that his glasses aren't even real, so whatever.
They're not real. They're not real. No, but like we would work with planners very closely.
We work with them very closely. So like we tell them what we need. They tell us, all right, cool, this works within that window. Or they say, logistically, we have a problem here. And how can we make that work?
Yeah.
We don't just go, fuck you.
Yeah.
We're doing
some do.
Yeah,
some do, and some do here as well.
What amount of weddings, what percentage of weddings do you guys have planners at?
You have a lot more planners than I do.
Do you reckon? Oh, for you guys. I was going to say, we don't.
Mike.
Yeah, it depends on the market for the photographer. So like luxury.
Basically, if people can afford one.
Yeah. So luxury market, which we're both kind of not in the luxury market around here. Like luxury market's like the $1 million weddings. I feel like probably $300,000 plus is what I would consider like a luxury wedding.
Yeah.
Mike and I are probably like upper tier middle market.
Yeah, like we're kind of like on the right below like luxury, fine. I would say. But luxury always has a planner, always. Like 100% all have planners. But my weddings, I'd say 7 out of 10 have a planner or a coordinator. More likely a coordinator than a planner.
And mine are probably like 3 out of 10.
Is it? Yeah, because it's not hugely. Or same for us. Luxury is probably, and again, pounds wise, £300,000 plus is probably luxury. So Beth does more styling for more luxury weddings, whereas I do more planning and more coordinating actually, but for the same sort of level that you guys are at. But the amount of weddings that we'll go to and the photographers will be like, oh, I've never worked with a coordinator. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
So it's still not quite caught up here.
Yeah. I think it just depends what market the couple's in, because coordinators aren't that expensive around here right now. Like a coordinator, they're not day of, but like they want to get rid of the moniker around here of day of coordinator, because you're doing much more than coordinating just the day of. You're doing month of and stuff like that. So coordinators are slightly less expensive because they are they're not handling like vendor communication or anything like that. They're really just handling logistics on the day. So those are kind of inexpensive. Like I think they start around here at like $1,500. And then could go up based around the services that they provide. And then you have planners that are handling everything, like client communication, stuff like that. Now I got to ask you a question. Okay. So as planners, I'm like, as a photographer, I always want to make a connection with the couple that is looking to hire me. As planners, like planners do reach out to me and say, like, I have a couple that's interested in booking you and everything like that. I always want to meet with the couple. The planners around here have no problem like letting the couples meet with the vendors and stuff like that, especially the photographer who's going to spend the entire day. Yeah. Is that something that you do or like in your area, or do you just like you're front facing, you're meeting the photographers, you're like handling all that stuff, and the couple really doesn't meet that vendor or the photographer prior to their wedding?
I reckon most planners here, for planners here, they are more luxury weddings. They would do the same thing of you don't really need to speak to them, just come through me. And the couple doesn't really want to know. Whereas like my personal style of planning, for my own sake, I'm going to need the couple to talk to you, because if they hate you then, that's not my problem. Like or if I get complaints after, I'm like, well, you spoke to them. Like my planning style is very much putting people in touch so they can then communicate and things like that. Because sometimes we'll be sat in a call with the couple and the photographer and we don't need to be there. Like you're talking about family and the photos you want away. And I'm like, I can tell you the logistics of it, but I agree. I'm handing over to the photographer. Like it's your job to figure out where you want to do. Like for us, logistically, I don't care where you want to do the first look. I just want to know where so I can set it up and help get people in the right place. But it doesn't matter to me, like where the sun is coming from.
Yeah, I was curious about like logistics, how planners handle things over there, because they're the luxury planners. It's like kind of like they don't want their clients talking to vendors and stuff like that. Whereas
I don't know like how much it is to do with cost as well, because I know a lot of planners get a kickback. So obviously they're cautious of that being mentioned as well in front of clients, because if you said, oh yeah, well, I'm glad I'm doing this for $2,000, and they're like, what? I'm paying you $3,000. The planner's taking the grand in the middle. That's the that happens a lot when you like book suppliers. They go, am I putting a commission on for you?
Gotcha.
Whereas 9 times out of 10 it should be you take the commission on the total spend, or Georgie does a flat fee.
I don't take commission. I don't agree with it personally. Just putting that out there.
We had that come up as a question on our show at some point. Like there was like a videographer that was like, he found out the couple was getting charged a certain amount, and the planner was like telling him he owed the couple owes him like $6,000, but he was telling the couple that they owed $7,000, and like he was just like, no, you owe me $6,000. And and the couple was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" The planner told me I owed 7, realizing that the planner was taking commission.
I personally don't agree with it, but I am the
minority.
I am the massive minority in it, because I am the same sort of thing as I can make my money from just the fee of charging them to have a planner. This is how much it's going to cost you to have a wedding planner. I will do all this stuff. And again, it comes back to the thing of then I'm trying to actually save you money. Whereas for some planners, surely they want you to spend more money so that then they get their 10%, which is more than, whereas it's not my game.
It feels icky.
It does feel icky. I literally would be worrying at night thinking, oh my God, but what if they Google them and see immediately their prices, and then it's all just feels a bit sneaky. And I don't like recommending people based on the commission that they would give. I'd rather just be like, well, actually, you're quite funny and rude. You match these guys. It's more about putting the right people together. But I think over here, photographers are quite obsessed is strong, but obsessed with being linked with planners. And I'm like, here, planners don't do that many weddings. Like they might do 6 weddings a year. Why do you want to be so...
It's the kickback, I suppose, of working. There's certain planners that will work at certain venues and with certain suppliers.
Yeah.
And they're the weddings the photographers want to be on, and they will do whatever it takes to get into those weddings. They probably do them for free.
It's kind of similar here with the venues, isn't it? Like,
do you have like preferred vendors that you work with in terms of like you recommend those that essentially they want to be on your preferred vendor list?
Yeah, there's people that want to be on the list, but then there's people who we work with quite often. We like working with them. We know they're going to do their job. We know we're going to have a nice day working together. So they are the sort of ones that I would recommend anyway. Same for you, of like who we know and who we met.
Definitely wouldn't
people
recommend.
I would be like, absolutely do not touch them with a barge pole. But it's the industry is, again, because maybe it's different because the industry is so small here. You will get like planners, photographers, coordinators, stylists doing anything. They could be based in like Liverpool doing a London wedding, because it's I don't even know how far away that is. 3 hours, if that. So you can do that in a day. You could I will drive 3 hours to a wedding and drive 3 hours home. It's not
no biggie.
No. So our industry is quite tight and small, and like there are the top level ones. It doesn't matter where they are. Whereas for you guys, I guess it's very like your Britain is almost New York. Like you are New York suppliers.
There's 7 million people where we live, like on Long Island. So it's a lot. Like we have, I think,
people in the UK.
I don't know.
I think
we
have
my phone
around.
Handy.
In our area, I want to say we probably have 400 weddings every weekend in this area. So it's heavily there's a lot to go around.
I'm going to ask ChatGPT and see.
So there's 69 million people in the UK.
Yeah.
So then how many people are in New York is 8 million.
Yeah. So that in our area, there's 7 million. Because we don't shoot New York City weddings. We don't touch them.
Us personally.
Why? Little taxi, little bagel.
Fucking New York City weddings. New York City weddings are a fucking nightmare.
There are 20 people in New York City alone.
Yeah. So in our area and on Long Island, there's 7 million about. So in New York City, there's 20.
Long Island iced tea.
Yeah. No, I think of where. Oh my God, this is how little we know about. Where's Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore is south of us. Yeah, that's in New Jersey.
Okay, fine.
It's a whole different state.
Yeah, it's
close.
Jersey Shore. That still exists. The blowouts and the stuff like that.
Okay, fine.
You ever just feel like you're playing catch up with inquiries?
Nuh-uh.
Why not?
Because I have HoneyBook.
Isn't HoneyBook the absolute best?
Yeah, it's been game-changing for my business.
It is the biggest game changer for wedding creatives, for wedding vendors. You don't understand it until you're in it.
Everything is fully automated. You can have the AI pretty much take care of everything for you and only just personalize everything as you go.
Exactly. So now the second someone inquires, they get automated personalized messages without lifting a finger. That's the biggest thing for me. I'm getting back to my clients quicker. I'm giving them personalized responses. You can't beat that with a CRM platform.
No, my workflow on the back end has been so much more streamlined since signing up with HoneyBook, I think 4 years ago.
It's like having a business partner that just makes you look super professional. And follow-ups handled. You don't even have to think about it. HoneyBook keeps everything running behind the scenes.
Which means more book clients without the stress. Honestly, if you're still manually chasing leads, it's time to switch to HoneyBook.
Do it. Get your time back, grow your business, start your free trial today with the link in our description. Super excited to announce a partnership with Blacksmith Print Co.
Look at this thick bitch.
Oh, God. Yo, she's spicy. I love her. Yeah. So Blacksmith brings quality, simplicity, and a boutique customer service to photographers looking to upgrade their album experience. These things are fucking good.
Beautiful.
I mean, we picked them up. Like, we got Brady, the owner, sent us these sample albums with our photos in them. One, they look gorgeous. Color was
fantastic.
Spot fucking on. Beautiful, beautiful albums. Super thick, super heavy.
He also walked us through the design process and onboarding personally.
Yeah.
And he does that for every single client that he books.
Yeah. And I love that personalized experience. So the albums included, like what he offers, 8x8, 10x10, 12x12 sizes available. So included with an album purchase is premium packaging, free shipping, any cover material. They have leather, linen, embossed names, raised letters, cameo window option, and embossing foil. So you could see your names and everything like that.
90% of orders ship within 7 business days, and ordering is super easy right through the website. Blacksmith only takes 30 to 50 new photographers a year who are looking to order 15 albums a year or more. A special offer for Vendor Table listeners who qualify will get $500 of album credits towards your first sample when you mention the Vendor Table in the How Did You Hear About Us section when applying on Blacksmith's website.
So check them out for yourself at blacksmithprintco.com.
Yes, there are 8 million people on Long Island.
Yeah, but
including Queens.
Which Queens isn't Long Island.
The UK is less than 10 of you, your little area, the whole of our place, and that's the UK actually. So that's including all the. Whereas
geographically, our island is I don't know. I think it's
so tiny.
I like how you're looking around to be from here to here.
It's it's
like this
big compared to but the No, but we won't touch New York City weddings. Like there are vendors that are bred for New York City weddings that love New York City weddings. Logistically, New York City weddings are a nightmare because there's so much that goes into it between parking and having to logistically get around, valeting cars and stuff like that.
Wait.
We just have a head it's a headache for us.
The UK is 27.6 times larger than Long Island.
Oh, okay, so there you go. It's huge. Yeah. So it's more. You're
We're
more
a grain of rice to you.
Yeah. It's more. It's essentially. I would say Long Island. I would say Long Island's probably London to the suburbs, and stuff like that. Like if you had London and you drew it out, that would be our Manhattan. And
how long does it take to go from end to end? What, 4 hours?
No,
6
hours.
No, for us.
Oh, for you.
To go from Montauk to Manhattan?
Yeah.
It's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
London
about,
weddings are intense.
I was going to say
London
nightmare is like New York, but way not as much.
Really bad English.
Way not as much. I'm English. I'm allowed to say what English is. It's the same kind of thing as you'll get some suppliers that we're not doing city weddings because again, there's not parking, there's all these things, but nowhere near
everyone loves. I think everyone loves the London wedding.
Yeah, London. If
I would die to
it's
do
sexy,
one.
it's.
But would you get Americans come and do a London wedding?
Yeah.
What?
It's so.
Don't
I would
be
take
like
a London
that.
wedding, 100%.
I'm sorry. And listen, I'm a dark and moody, spooky bitch. You would think that I would love that, but
no, you're a castle girl.
Yeah.
Come and do the creepy castles. Scotland,
you'd
love a Scotland castle.
Yes. Scotland,
it's freezing up there as
on
well.
Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, Scotland is a moody photographer's dream. We're both moodier photographers.
I would salivate.
So, yeah.
Do you do a lot of themed weddings?
No.
Not really. Yeah,
I did a Halloween one once. That was
I was going to ask, did you do that? You mentioned Halloween, so I was like,
yeah. I
never
did.
Before
I've been
I
dying
had
to do
my son.
one. I want to do one. I do. I want to do it. I'm a Star Wars nerd. I would love to do a Star Wars wedding. So
do you get Americans do them though? Do Americans do a lot of themed weddings? Because we picture Disney weddings in America.
The nerdy ones do.
Yeah, not really in our market. It's more.
I've done a handful of them. I did do a Star Wars themed wedding. I did 2.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, I never did one. I always wanted to do a Game of Thrones theme wedding.
One of them was a couple that you shot and sent over to me.
Yes, I remember that.
So
okay.
I got those. I got your Star Wars wedding.
Yeah, Damn it. The but no, not too many theme weddings. Now, what's like a trend though that the UK? What's something you guys are doing that maybe has influenced the market? Because I feel like being in New York, we kind of influence the market for the rest of the country in terms of how New York does things. It's usually first to market.
It's not a brag.
It's not. It's just
feels
because
like the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. I see the wheels turning. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Everything originates on the coast. Either California or New York usually happens first. It's the most populated, it's the densely populated area. Like that's where, the most weddings happen. So usually New York or California lead the charge in like a market industry change type thing. I'm
trying to think about it also because our again the country is so small and there's such big cities within the country that London, Manchester, all of these kind of places, Birmingham, Bristol, they're all kind of doing their own.
I would say
styles.
we are a really bad example of a country because we aren't trendsetters.
No.
We are very British and we follow the lead of everybody else. I feel like we massively follow Australia.
Yes.
We kind of follow a year after Australia, so they do their season, then we come in and steal all their ideas.
I think the bit we're good at is the traditional weddings. I think that is the bit that we obviously have got so much history that there are people getting married in a venue where their great grandparents got married, or a lot of them.
Amazing,
we do a lot of. When I picture American home weddings and UK home weddings, they're wildly different. Ours are like
big cathedral veils in the local church that they've grown up in there, and they do a marquee in the back garden, and they're in top hat and tails.
Yes.
We're
those
royal.
weddings are like royal weddings. And I agree.
Yeah.
If we're doing anything right, it's a royal wedding. And then but because we haven't had any royal weddings in a while, we don't count Meghan. Sorry, we're not
Oh wow.
we're not friends
Bitchy.
over here.
Go for her. Go for her.
Don't come into our royal family and try and dictate what
I
you
love
want.
Meghan.
No, you don't. You can't say that.
I
love Meghan.
What this is, but I fucking love
Well,
this.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah, I know Meghan Markle. She was in Suits, and she's married to Prince Harry.
So
or
loved her in
former Prince, whatever he
Suits,
is.
but you can't come into our million year. I don't know how many years we've been
and
here.
say how to do things
and tell us how to do it. Like, I'm not saying our things aren't outdated, but you chose to join that life. You need to, and also the whole, we just want to be left alone, but here's our book and our podcast and Oprah and all this stuff. So yeah, England hate her.
I don't.
Wow. Oh, I love the tea. This is great.
Yeah.
Piping
We want
hot
Harry
English
back.
tea.
I
I
have no
love
opinion.
it.
You
actually keep Harry, keep Meghan.
Wait,
They're not welcome.
Do you
here.
guys have
Aren't they in
tea
Canada?
at the
They're
weddings?
in Canada now.
I don't know where they are.
Somewhere.
Nobody wants them.
Yeah.
They've gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love Kate and Will. They did it properly. So when there's a royal wedding that like we like,
Top
we
hat,
just all copy that.
tails,
Yeah, the longest train you can get, the
high neck dresses.
Yeah. lace, all of those kind of things.
I actually think that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And especially since, like us, we're constantly chasing after trends here.
Yeah.
Like we have to know the trends, we have to keep up with them, we have to do our research, we have to like all of this. And it's actually kind of nice and refreshing to hear that some things are just the way that they are.
Yeah. I feel like we do a lot of proper weddings here. And I even describe it with my couples of like, oh, are you trying to do a proper wedding, or are you trying to do I think
cool wedding.
I think TikTok has changed. Maybe TikTok is the reason the industry has changed so much, because we're seeing all of your stuff, you're seeing all of our stuff. It's all so much quicker. I can literally speak to somebody the month before their wedding, and then on the day they'll be like, oh, by the way, we've decided to add a champagne tower because I saw it yesterday on TikTok. Like that's how like quick
how
it can
fast
be.
it goes. That's what I've seen, as I've seen that, like where it's it goes fast in terms of like around here trends come and go.
We had a really fad year. Like it was very much TikTok trend. The next thing, and I feel like it's starting to come back down now of like, actually, we're not doing all this crap.
We're doing
anymore.
less stuff properly.
I would probably agree with that. I think that people are starting to get tired of constantly putting on a show.
Yeah, they don't want to trend
we were
chase
saying
anymore.
we started this podcast and we talked about all these cool things. Now they're not fucking cool. And I don't know how to tell people. Please don't listen to episode 4 because what we're talking is absolute shite now.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not cool anymore. Like
we've talked about like for photo, like in the photo sense, like there have been a lot of trends in the wedding photography space, like the big thing over the last 2 years since we started was
Fucking
like
blurry photos.
blurry photos were
Yes.
huge. Like everybody was
We're paying
providing
you
a gap.
thousands of pounds to take a blurry photo. What the fuck?
Fucking, it's like, are you fucking serious?
Why?
And one of our,
I love a blurry.
I do like.
of course you do. Oh, come on.
I'm
God
that
damn it, Beth.
person. I'm a
You were
marketer's
late.
dream.
I
I'm
You were
literally.
late.
I
You
like one.
blur?
Yeah.
Beth was late. She likes blurry photos. Tell me you like crooked photos too, Beth.
Please don't.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
She-
fuck off,
she-
Beth.
yeah.
You up. I am like a marketer's dream. I see
You can
something,
sell
I
her
love it.
anything.
I'm
You
like,
can-
yeah, okay. I'll have
But
it.
I
Oh.
watched a photographer the other day, and he was literally taking photos and doing this. And I was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck are you doing? It's like a blurry photo." And I'm like, I
Uh,
don't mind the odd dance floor one. I think it adds a bit of
Yeah.
spice. But it's. Do you know what we have?
Do you
though?
want blurry fucking details of the shit that you fucking planned out and you spent so much money on, and then all of
No.
a sudden the photographer goes in and is like, and like makes it
Okay,
blurry?
am I allowed
Do
to
you
like
want
film?
that as a planner to show that shit off? You want that? I don't.
Am I
think
allowed?
so.
Am I allowed to like film?
What
Go,
kind of film?
yes, film. Film is
You
film
can
is a
like
big-
film.
of
I
course.
like film.
But is that not the
Yeah.
same kind of thing then?
What?
No.
What? No.
I want to see
film's
my
a
fucking
different medium.
details.
Like, yeah, you want to see your
Oh,
fucking
you
details,
pick and
right?
choose. Oh. So we also have photographers here, though. So we were talking before the episode started, and it's a good thing to discuss. Is we were on about male, female
Okay.
industry and everything, which we'll come into more. But
We have the
We
worst
have
male
a
photographers
genre
ever.
of middle age, and it's not everyone putting it out there. But Lauren, I know you hate men, so this is for you. But we
Sure
have
do.
a.
Nailed
I'm
it.
pretty
You're
sure
licking her
they've got.
chops right now.
I
My
think there's a
favorite
Facebook
topic.
group out there of middle-aged men that are here to just piss everyone off. So they turn up to
Okay.
weddings. They do the same thing the same way. They put watermarks on their photos.
The grass
They
is so
come-
fucking neon green from
It's-
where they've saturated it up.
Nothing is. They'll come with a little box and they'll go, "Don't worry, I've bought Scrabble tiles and I've got an L and a V and an E and I just need the wedding ring to make the." And I'm like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
We're not here. Like we're not here." And I don't know how to tell them, bless them, because they've been doing it for 40 years. That this is not what we do anymore. And to just take 5 minutes and scroll on TikTok
And
and
they're
see,
the worst people in the world. They're so horrible to
They're
us.
so mean, and they
Oh.
just. I don't know how to
How old
how
are
to
they?
like 40, late 40s,
50?
50s.
Is that
Mhm.
like the predominantly the wedding photographers in your area are kind of like middle-aged men, or is it like
Mm,
I'm gonna be really mean, not mean, but like I think it's
Oh,
the
do it.
low,
oh, it is the
The
lower
lower
You
budget.
have your chance to
budget.
redeem yourself, Beth.
the lower budget weddings,
yeah?
and they're on the venue's fucking supply list and have been for 15 years, and they're this holy grail because they take the most amazing shots of the venue apparently.
Oh, and they're
It's the same
backlit
shit
something,
here.
and there's
Backlit,
a there's
No,
a
exactly.
it's the same
spark
shit here.
flame coming out of the
Yeah.
light. And
No,
there's,
it's
yeah,
the same. It's the same shit here. They're also paying to be on the venue
Yes.
list. Like
Mm.
so, that's very very common here,
That's
especially
one
in
thing
our
that
area.
we have that's exactly the same.
Exactly
Fine.
the
we
exactly
should
in
put
common.
them. Isn't that this is? I think this might be racist and rude, but remember, just put them all in Australia. Isn't
Oh,
that
yeah.
what we
Send
did?
them
That
all
was
with
us,
Josh.
wasn't
That's-
it? Josh can have
deal
them.
with them.
You
Yeah, Josh-
fucking take them. You
Yeah,
try and
Josh
sell
can
them
take
your TikTok how-to videos all you like, but we don't
It's
want them
so
anymore.
funny though because that yes, those are the ones that are like they fucking drag their heels and they don't want to change and all that stuff. Like, do you don't mainly work with them, right? Like, are you working with mainly them,
Well,
or are you working with like kind of more
coordinating-wise-
independent photographers that are a little bit more?
So that was also
newer.
something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah.
I'll come back to this, but I'm going to say studio photographers to you guys because we don't have that here. But all of our photographers are like self-employed hustlers, like trying to. So
Individuals.
yeah,
Yeah.
we work with a lot of. Obviously, we're young and cool and do socials and stuff like that. But the
Yeah,
amount of
hell
times
yeah.
that we'll turn up to a wedding and the couple have maybe booked all these things themselves, we then rock up
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, cool. There's a guy with a massive flashlight that's walking around in the middle of the day taking photos. And we then have to just get on and be like, hi, so they want to do a first look. What's that? Oh, okay, we're going to do this. And they want to do a dinner dash and they want to do the champagne. And they just have no idea what we're talking about. So then that's half
Yeah.
the battle is like, no.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
going rogue. I love a female photographer. I'm here for the girls.
In our market, we talked about this pre-show, but like in our like at least what we're seeing in America is wedding photography is female-dominated space, and I'm all for it.
It's
I
male
love,
dominated here for 100%. And not even just the older ones that will not leave. it's
Will
the
not
newer
fuck
ones
off.
tend
They
to be
will fucking go.
they won't. If they all fucked off, it'd probably be more like 60-40 men. But currently, it's probably 75% men, whereas the videography is probably 90% men.
Yeah, video here I feel like is still male dominated, but is slowly shifting female. There's some incredibly talented female videographers, especially that we're seeing on TikTok and things like that. But like the male photographer market has, I'd say, since 2008. So I've been photographing weddings since 2012. But in 2008 to 2012, it was very male dominated.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
are you saying it's when you started, everyone went,
like,
I don't like men anymore?
Probably. Listen, Lauren and our listeners know this. I'm all about female empowerment, and like
Mike is one of the good ones.
I'm a feminist. I'm always rooting for that. But what we've seen is a rise in female entrepreneurs, and I fucking love it. I fucking love a boss bitch. Okay, like 100%. And so what we've seen is it's mainly, I think, since the advent of Instagram that these female photographers have taken off around here. And I personally, I love some of my favorite wedding photographers that I use as inspiration are female.
Probably most of them.
I'd say that actually, like, my Mount Rushmore of female wedding photographers are 3 of them are female. So I mean, like greatest of all time. So
I think,
sorry, carry on.
I think it's also worth noting, like, a lot of male photographers, it's their attitudes that trip them up and have gotten them
100%.
Have gotten them this way.
Big
And,
ego, small dick energy.
I don't just talk shit about men to talk shit about men. There's a whole fucking reason, and it's because they are fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the men
okay?
that are.
Has anything happened?
You want to talk about
I'm luteal.
But these poor men that are then trying to come into the industry, and everyone's already just like, I hate men. And actually, they're so sweet and so lovely, and I do feel sorry for them. But explain to us about studio. So I went back and listened to a few, and they were talking about like how you have a studio, and my assumption from it is they then send out photographers. Yeah. You shoot the wedding, but the couple haven't picked you. They've picked a studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lauren can speak on this because she worked for a studio.
I worked for one for about 5-6 years. So basically what there was like maybe 20 of us that worked at this particular studio where we were 1099 employees, basically just hired contractors. And they would ship out who was ever available.
So they don't know who's turning up?
Nope.
Do you know the couple?
I'm sorry?
Do you know the couple? Have you spoken to the couple ever?
Nope. No communication with the couple, only the studio coordinator that was the one in charge of it. You get assigned a photographer and that's it.
It's the fast food, and it's the fast food equivalent of a wedding photographer. So it's like the fast food
cheap
industry.
As chips.
Cheap as fuck.
It's drive-through wedding. Like essentially, like the couples, they don't give a shit. They just
they want their
cheap
photos.
Yep, they want cheap.
The studio basically promises the clients that they have a quality of work that every photographer they hire must meet. That's not the case. It's literally just, can you turn up, shoot a wedding?
Are you free? Yeah.
Are you free?
Something that's very different here as well. Would you be pissed off if you didn't get tipped?
I never get pissed off.
No.
Do you get tipped?
We do. I'd say
how much?
7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 weddings.
It varies.
Yeah,
we don't get tipped. We get nothing.
Yeah, I know tipping culture in the UK isn't what it is here.
Here's my take on tipping, and people ask this all the time, and I got stiffed a tip. I got stiffed. Listen, I have enough money built into my packages that if they are paying it, I don't need to be a fucking tipped.
Yeah,
I don't get pissed off if somebody doesn't tip me because I'm the business owner.
Yeah, it's never necessary. It's always appreciated. Now, I
pay my contractors enough money that they should not be upset if they don't get a tip from my clients. But if they give a small tip, if there is a smaller tip from a client than I'm used to getting, I give it all to my second shooter.
Yeah, same. So
because they're working for me.
Yeah. Usually, I would say an average tip. Let's just say this year that I've received is around 300, and my second shooters have received around 150. So that's like the average tip.
That's wild. Yeah, we just don't. That's not.
We might get a thank you card.
Planners get tipped hard here. Like they get actually.
Fuck, I might move to America.
That don't
do that.
You know who. You know who gets a crazy tip here? You'd hate it here. But you know who gets a crazy tip is the maitre d' or the venue coordinator.
See, that makes more sense to me because I mean, they're probably not, but I imagine they're then working for a lower. They're being paid by someone, aren't they? They're employed by someone, whereas us as planners and things like that we set our own pay. So you put the tip in it.
What do planners charge? Is it a percentage?
Oh, that varies too. Yeah, like I think I don't want to give an answer to that only because
I can't speak to that.
Yeah,
because I am but a lowly photographer.
It's also like the
you're
planners.
You're scared to piss off planners. Look, they're scared.
Yeah.
I know it's a good amount, but I have a lot of fucking respect for the planners in this area.
But is it a percentage or is it a set cost?
Most are set costs.
Most
are
set
costs.
I'm just going to Google it.
Yeah, ask
Yes, ChatGPT, because I'm curious. But I think most planners here, if they're doing full service planning, like start to finish, are making out really well.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just about to tell you a figure that this says to me, and I don't think you'll agree with it. This says in the United States, wedding planners typically range from $800 for on the day coordinating to over £4,000 for full service planning.
Not here.
Yeah.
Let me do New York. Hold on.
Yeah, probably
in
New
York.
Yeah. I say day of coordinator. I believe the ones that I know started around 1500.
15,000.
Yeah,
that's the full service. What the?
Right.
I'm literally moving, Brian. We're moving to America.
On average here,
New York specifically,
planners charge 10 to 12%, and then the high end planners will charge 15%.
So they take a percentage.
Yeah, but then you'll spend it all on medical bills when you have like an incurable illness.
Yeah, you have universal health care. We don't.
We're fine. Yeah, we haven't really got many outgoings, I'll be honest.
Yeah, like
Help me, I'm poor.
Yeah, like we spend it on everything else. So that's where like our taxes suck.
My rent is $2,600 a month.
Yeah, so it's.
Well, this was what I was trying to figure out, because when you said about the cost of a wedding, and I was thinking, because how much are you guys as photographers?
So I start at like my base rate is around $8,000.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's not a. I don't know whether you're good or not. I assume you are, but is that a lot? Is that?
That's lower. That's lower luxury.
That's high end.
That would be like very high end here. Like a normal, a run of the mill, nice normal. That 30 grand wedding that we're doing is probably $2 grand, 2.5 maybe.
Yeah.
My starting prices are $5,500.
Right.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's the markets. I know some of our friends start at $12,000. So like 12, 15. Some of the best.
That's just to show up and shoot. Like
yeah,
there's no bells and whistles.
Maybe the UK is where it's at, because you're gonna get a good wedding.
You are, and do you know what? We have got some fantastic. Like the way you guys are talking about how you shoot and things like that is our normal, nice, good, normal photographers here are that kind of dedicated, love their couples, happy to do the trends, like go with it all, not thinking about the bloody middle-aged. The problem with the middle-aged men Facebook group is that they're like, we'll do it for $1,000. I'm like, yeah, you're getting £1,000 worth of value on that day. Like there's a reason
for what you get.
That 100%.
It's like anything else. You pay for what you get, kind of thing. Like, you know, like we both put in a great deal of quality to our clients. Like I do a lot for my clients. Like that, it's not just me showing up and shooting. Like I'm doing, like I do a full hour client consultation. I send over like welcome questionnaires and guides to like better help the day. I do engagement shoots that take about 2 hours. The editing time alone takes a lot. The client communication leading up to the day, I do a whole questionnaire. Like, let me know who the who's who is, like your family shot list. Like we do meetings, and like I always tell my couples, like I'm not the vendor that goes away. I'm the vendor that's like staying in touch with you and making sure you're good, and you get full communication with me. So it's not an assistant or anything. Tell me to get lost if you don't want to answer this, but like say if you're just £8,000 for a wedding. $8,000 for a wedding. How do I word this?
I'll just say it.
No, I'm just basically trying to say, are you? Is that you being rich, or is that normal in America? Like, do you know, like of a normal salary?
We are not rich.
Yeah,
but that's what I mean. Like to us, if you're doing 30 weddings at $8 grand a wedding, we're like, geez, like You're laughing.
What's the average salary?
What's the average?
New York?
I'll be completely transparent with because I'm always transparent with our listener base. But combined income, my wife and I probably make around like $300,000, and that's like before taxes and everything like that. And that is middle class America.
That's the middle class. Like you have to make that much money in order to survive out here right now.
Yeah. So
my husband is very into like finance stuff and does a lot of listens to what's the finance dude, the American Dave Ramsey and things like that.
Yeah.
And people ring in, they're like, yeah, we're $500,000 in debt. And for us, we're like, our debts in the UK are probably like maybe $2,000 because you went out a bit too much during uni. Like that's not, we just don't have that.
30%, 30% of everything, every penny that we earn has to go to the government.
Yeah. So that $8,000, like I don't see $8,000.
I get taxed.
You don't even get healthcare.
No.
We get nothing. I get healthcare. I have healthcare because my wife's a teacher. So I get healthcare through her.
Here we go. She gets healthcare, but a percentage of
she's
her paycheck
paying for
goes
it out of her
towards
salary.
Oh right, yeah.
You know,
but seeing as you've been flexing quite a lot.
Me?
Yeah, you specifically. Do you go to weddings now and people recognize you?
Yeah.
Now we do.
Oh,
do you love it?
Do you love it?
Sometimes.
I think it's interesting now because I've said this before, but people are a lot nicer to us.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
No, it's a 50-50 though. I'll get like I literally went to an event yesterday and I can
You went on tour. Like you had a tour.
I
mean, so that was pretty flexy. We'll flex back. But like
come on.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, like
you can come. You're always welcome.
It's like we're in London, we're in Manchester, and like we're doing this, and it's so fucking cool, and we're having 400 fucking brides. That's amazing, by the way.
That was
fucking incredible.
That was. We're literally
fun as hell.
Trying to figure out whether we're doing another one currently, and they are phenomenal, and they're hard work, and they're all these things, but there is nothing quite like I think we're similar to you. Is like we're very normal people. Like it. We're not rich, we're not famous, like all of these things, but you do go to some weddings, people are like, oh my God. And we're like, oh my God, what?
It's cool, right?
I mean, my best friend's getting married and she just name dropped me in nearly every inquiry. And they're like, she's basically famous in the wedding world. Yeah, we'll be that. We really want to be this. And I'm like,
but then on the flip side of it is you get people that absolutely don't like you straight off the bat, don't know anything about you because they've seen it's in one clip. It's one clip, or it's a jealousy thing of I see you online all the time. Well, you could be online all the time if you wanted to make as many videos as we do. But like each their own. But it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
It's very like we see it a lot. Like when we show up to a wedding day, I've said this on the show, but like I notice venue owners are a lot more present when I show up, where they see my name on the sheet and they come up and introduce themselves when they didn't
never
give
happened
a shit
before.
who I was, and they'll be like, oh my God, I listened
That's
to
why
the
you're
show.
getting fed.
Yeah, it's like maybe that is,
it's
like
so odd because sometimes I swear to God, Mike gets recognized way more than I do.
It's crazy to me that I do because she is so identifiable. Like
have you got your hood up though and just sat in the corner?
She's like, it's not tied enough in here.
She's her tats are out and everything like that. It's like the tattooed girl from the vendor table. Like I'm like, how do people recognize me? Because I wear a hat. Like on a wedding day, I don't wear a hat. I don't wear glasses.
Yeah.
like I'm like and stuff like that. It's
fucking
I
men.
think it would be more easy to recognize her. Men, fuck the men.
There was this happened like a few times where somebody was like talking to me about the vendor table and I was like, yeah, that's my thing.
That's me.
And they were like, oh my God, it's you. And I was like,
do you need me to put headphones on? Like, what do you want from me?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, she changes her hair a lot. So she does change her hair a lot.
I haven't in a while. I'm trying to keep it consistent here.
It's because there's too many female photographers. He's like one of 3 men shooting weddings. So
there's not. There's a few men in our area, but like
I'm just,
yeah.
A fucking.
She's got a neck tattoo. Like, how does she not get recognized? Yeah,
nose piercing. Every fucking Republican's worst nightmare. Female.
We're laughing, but we don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Do you get people? What kind of community do you have? What type of questions are people asking you? Like.
Oh my God, these are great questions. I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do because this is we're at.
We actually went over.
We went over our time, But
shit.
we're going to continue this conversation.
It's your turn now.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to continue this unfiltered conversation with Georgie and Beth on their channel.
Yes.
So you guys need to listen to it. This is a part 1 and a part 2. We didn't kind of intend it to be like this, but I feel like this is going to work. It's going to work really well. Yeah.
Basically, if you guys are listening to these guys on theirs, you need to come and listen to ours because you'll like it too. If you're listening to us on ours, you need to go and listen to these guys because I think we're basically the same people on different continents.
100%. So 100%. That's why this is great.
I like
it.
Right.
So we're gonna wrap our episode up and we're gonna head over to the Unfiltered Bride
our side of the pond
channel. So Georgie and Beth, like, tell us where they could find you lovely ladies, like your social channels, podcasts, all that stuff. Like where can we find you?
So I'm Georgie. I'm Georgina Rose Events. So I do a lot on TikTok, Instagram, loads of planning stuff, and then the podcast is obviously The Unfiltered Bride. Literally just type that into anything and it should come up.
YouTube,
Spotify,
Instagram.
Apple Music, wherever you need us. We do like you guys. You'll get the best little clips, but if you really want the juice, you listen to the whole episode. Come and see it all. And then you, Beth, you got to do your intro.
My intro?
Yeah.
Well, just find me on Instagram.
Where will you find you, Beth?
Where can the people find you?
On Instagram. So my page is Etiquette Event Hire on Instagram. But if you go onto the podcast page, you'll see it all. You get to see our faces 24/7.
Lucky
and a lot
devils.
of swearing and a lot of fun.
Yeah. So also, if you don't like the vendor table, you won't like us.
Yeah.
If you were like, oh, I'll try this episode because maybe I'll get a friend. No, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You won't
Don't
like
bother.
Yeah. It's same to us. All right. So we're going to wrap this up. Lauren, where can they find you?
You can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com and Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Pharaoh Photog on Instagram and TikTok. Mike, where can they find you?
At Michael Casara Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you can find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as
our Facebook group.
And merch is live, everybody. Get your merch.
God.
You got this like ready to go. You didn't prep us on this, so we're just like, you can just Google us.
Flexing again.
But that's how we exit every. But it's been fun, guys. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.
See you later. Bye.